Hi guys, Tracy here, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about Project Life and what comes in the core kit, and then also what I add to my Project Life. I kind of feel like I don't know, there are a lot of other people out there who do Project Life much more creatively than I do, so I kind of feel like I don't have all of the best ideas, but there have been a number of my viewers who have asked me questions about my process for doing Project Life and what I use and how I organize it and set it up. Asked me a question about what comes in the Becky Higgins core kit, and so rather than writing a big long reply to her, I just decided that it would be easier to just show you what's in the main kit in a core kit, and then maybe if other people have the same question, they'll get to see it too. So this is the box that the core kit comes in now, and so all of the cards are laid out flat like this. And what I do, my sister actually had this idea, and she might not be the first person who thought it up, but is I kind of put them all like this, and I actually add stuff into this, but I took out the stuff that I added in because I wanted to just show you the Becky Higgins core kit for now. So these are all the cards that you get multiples of, and they're a little bit mixed up because I've been kind of rooting through it, and I've actually taken some out and given some away to some people. My mom is starting Project Life, so I wanted to give her a little set of cards to start her off with some of my Cobalt collection and some of this collection. This is the Clementine collection. And so I thought I would just show you the cards that it comes with that are one-of-a-kind cards. So these cards are designed to be like the first and the last page. And you can kind of follow the way that they have it recommended that you set it up. So this card here, for example, would go in the bottom corner. It says this is not the end on the last page. But I'll just show you what these come with. And these are single-sided, so it comes with this one. And this is really cute. This is for the first page. It has like an airmail type of theme to it and gives you a chance to write down your family's name and stuff. And then this one, which is also for the first page, it just has a bunch of documentation type themed labels. And then this one, living life one day at a time, and then this really nice black and white polka dot. I really like that the Clementine kit has all of these lightish colors, but it also has some grays and blacks for some neutral. And then this teal colored book paper, and everyday life over and over again in a variety of fonts. And then this is not the end. So those are the 4x6s, the one-of-a-kind 4x6s that it comes with. And then these are the 8 3x4s that go across the middle if you're using the design. So that's what the layout is. And so this would be the last page, and that's where that one is sort of supposed to go, but you can put it wherever you want, and you don't have to use these. You can use a combination of your own things. So again, these are the one-of-a-kinds. So these words, real life true stories, this really nice pattern. And I like that some of these are different patterns than what's in the other cards. More words, this diamond shaped, this weird pattern that's nice, weird but nice, this damask type of pattern, and then this one. So those are the kind of beginner and ending cards, and I tend to do other things with my first and last pages. Like I might use some of these, but then I might use some of these as just regular cards in my layouts. So it comes with those, and this is just a list of the of what comes in the kit. So you get 8 first page cards, 4 cards are 4x6 and 4 cards are 3x4, and 8 last page cards. 4 cards are 4x6 and 4 are 3x4. So that's what I just showed you. And then you get 60 4x6 title cards for horizontal or vertical use. And this is new in the new run of the kit, in the new batch of kits, is that each title card, they used to be single-sided. I'll just grab one of my Cobalt collection title cards. So they used to look like this, and they were all horizontal and they were all single-sided. So now they come like this with a horizontal option and a vertical option. So that's kind of cool. And you get a whole bunch of each pattern. So even more than this because I've actually already rated this kit, so there were more than these of these. I just gave some away to my mom. This is more like how many there are. I think I gave some of all of these away to my mom. And so again, on one side it's horizontal and on the other side they're vertical. And this one is one of the gray ones. It says remember, and then that's what the back side says. So there's 60 of these all together, and there's a bunch of different designs, and they're all kind of the same on the front and back. It's just one is horizontal and one is vertical. So there's another one. And then there's another one. That one's really light, hard to see with my camera. There you go. Oops, there's another one there. And then that's the back of that one. And then this one is like a composition notebook, and just the other orientation on that one. This one is polka dots. Oops, and then that's the back of it. And then those labels, and that's the other side. So you get, as I said, there's 60 of those. So I have less than 60 here, but it's a whole lot. And then you get 40 bifold journaling cards. That's what these ones are. And I never ever fold these. These are made for, they're scored. I don't know if you, yeah, there you go. So they're double-sided with a different pattern on each side, and they're journaling cards. I always just journal straight across them and use them as a 4x6. They do float around in the pocket a little bit, like they're not quite 4x6 if I show you how they line up with a true 4x6. So they're not quite 4x6, they float around a little bit, but I don't mind that. I don't mind seeing the back of whatever's behind it, around it as a border. And, you know, I guess the idea is that you could fold this and then stick it in a 3x4 pocket and put a little tab or something so you could pull it out and read the journal. It's for if you had like a whole lot of journaling to do, but I've just never done that yet. Not that I never will, it's just I haven't done it yet. So you get a whole bunch of that one, a whole bunch of this one, which looks like that on the other side, a whole bunch of this one. Oops. Oh, I've got this doesn't belong in here. That's a Cobalt collection. And a whole bunch of this one. It says everyday life across the bottom. And then it has this on that part. So these are really nice to have for journaling. And they fit in the 4x6 or the 3x4 pockets. And then you get, so 40 of those bifold journaling cards, and then you get 500 3x4 journaling cards that have filler designs printed on one side and a journaling card printed on the other side. So there's a lot of each pattern. And I can't tell you how many because I've already, as I said, rated this kit a little bit. But there's, you know, way more than 10 of each pattern. And so you definitely have enough that you can use the same cards. Like if you really love this card, you can use it over and over again, or you can use the back of it as a filler card. And some of them are horizontal and some of them are vertical, which is really great because, you know, sometimes I use the other page, I think is design F, which is basically design A, but it's just switched sideways. And you know, you could use this one this way or that way. So there's that I'm not going to necessarily show you every single pattern, but I just want to give you a sense of what's in the kit. And basically there's a whole bunch. I can't emphasize enough that there's a bunch of everything. And everything is double-sided, so that means that it's like you're getting twice the designs and you're still getting plenty of cards. And I like the little details, like this one has, you know, this is life down here, a little tiny detail that just adds a little something to it. And then that's the back of that card. It looks like that on that side. And then with the clock on the other side, it says enjoy the moment. It has a little number 85 at the top there. And these ones are mixed up because I was using them, so that's why there's a bunch of random ones there. There's this one with this on the back, And then there's this one with this on the back. More of that one with a different pattern on the back. So it says, "Life is meant to be remembered." And that one again, and that one, "Today is beautiful," it says. And just plain on the back. So you get the idea. There's 500 of these. So this is the core kit, and that's what comes in it. And yeah, I basically use my core kit as kind of my backup. So I don't always use, actually I almost always don't use these cards, but I use these for times when I'm really busy or just getting sick of project life and want to get it done really fast, or times when I can't find the right kind of paper, or you know, I'm kind of in a bit of a creative slump. I'll just grab some of these cards because they all look really good together, right? I haven't actually done much project life with this kit, but I've done a lot more with the Cobalt kit. And now I just want to show you, just for more interest sake than anything else, because you can't get this kit anymore. This is what the old Cobalt kit came in, and I actually really like this tray better than this tray because it holds everything up and you can kind of flip through it like this. And I am a vertical storage kind of gal, and I love looking through things this way. So I still have most of my Cobalt kit in here, including a whole package of cards. And also the cards used to come in these boxes that you could then, you know, throw this box in your purse and have a bunch of cards with you. Like I took one on vacation with me one time and that sort of thing. The other nice thing is that these smash things fit in here really nicely, and other things fit in here nicely. And so you can just kind of keep a bunch of scraps. I have some index cards here, and whenever I have like scrap paper, I will cut it down to 4x6 and then round the corners and just stick it in here. So I keep, this is like a mishmash of stuff. This is one of those sassafras packaging that was big enough to cut into 4x6, so I haven't rounded the corners on it yet, but that's something that I keep here. I have a piece of vellum, for example, that's 4x6 and corner rounded. And then I also have all of the stickers that came in the Cobalt kit, which I don't use many of the day of the week stickers or number stickers, but I really use the arrows a lot. So I have these here, but because I use the arrows a lot, what I've done is I've taken these. I also use a lot of from the Cobalt kit. These are those foldable 4x6 cards. This is the Cobalt edition of those, and so I've just put these in with these so that I can mix and match if I want. And then I also have my arrow stickers from the Cobalt collection, and then some that I think this is from the Turquoise collection. Michelle sent it to me, and I think these are also from the Turquoise collection Michelle sent to me. So I keep these arrow stickers. I actually keep them like that so I can access them easily. And I just put a couple of other things in behind there, like these are more Cobalt title cards, which I know I'm never going to use these because I actually don't like them, and I'm kind of sick of them from using them for half the year. But I just put them in there more to keep them upright from sliding down too much. And then I also have 1.5 packages of these grid journaling cards from Becky Higgins. And these are, I think they're about $5. You order them extra. And oh, there's a couple of, this is just one of those Studio Calico cards that I cut down to size. And I keep those in the backs of this to keep these upright, because I do like things upright. I like to be able to flip. And then I have just a couple of these cards that I got. And a couple of other things that I just kind of keep in here to keep everything upright. I can't remember what I had in this one to keep this one upright, but anyways, I do still keep this out on my desk, and this is sort of like my second, so I go to this one first and then I might go to this one too. I kind of have a sense of what's in this one, so if I wanted something specific like these Smash books, I will go to this one. Probably don't need them both, but I love this storage way better. So I might eventually someday move all this stuff over to here, but for now I'm giving this tray a try. This tray also doesn't fit as nicely in the space that I have for it in my table, so that's another reason that I really like this one, and I might, you know, do a shuffle. But anyways, that's how it is for now. I do have more to tell you. Somebody wanted to know like how I have my stuff organized and set up, and how I, yeah. So I'm gonna go back and have a look at what that question was, and then I'm gonna add a bit more to this video. Okay, so this is the Project Life section of my scrap room. I have my Project Life out on display right here, and it's always a work in progress, so I just leave it out. And I have my new Clementine collection right there, and that's not necessarily Project Life stuff. And then I have my old Cobalt collection right there. See how nicely it fits there? It's perfect. I love that storage unit, and I'm very likely to shuffle that over. But anyways, then I have just this pot that's filled with a bunch of, it's kind of like a mishmash of tags and envelopes and glassine stuff and paper bags and envelopes and stuff like that. So it's just kind of stuff that I might dip into, and it's smallish, so it's good for Project Life. And then this is sort of just a hodgepodge of, I don't even know why that's there, a hodgepodge of pictures that I'm going to use. These are actually not pictures that I'm going to use. These are pictures that didn't make it into my Project Life or my mini album for our camping trip. So these are going to go over to my daughters. My daughters can have these. I have no use for them. But yeah, so occasionally I obviously have to go through and clean this out. But like this is for example, this is something that I just keep out because I want to remember to use it, because this is perfect for keeping 2x3 photos. Fit perfectly. This is the Stampin' Up! Scalloped envelope die, and you could fit a whole bunch of, if you had a bunch of photos that were, you know, not your main attraction, but you had a bunch of extras that you wanted, kind of like these ones over here. You could easily, this is like the perfect size. It fits on a, I don't have a 3x4 here, but it fits perfectly on a 3x4 spot, and it wouldn't fit inside, but it would fit outside. And so I was thinking I could use some of that red sticky tape and attach one of these with extra photos in here and decorate it up and stuff. So that's just an idea that I have that I don't want to forget. So I'm putting that kind of stuff there, stuff I might incorporate into Project Life. And things don't usually stay there very long. I keep my washi tape here. It's really nice because this is sort of like the intermediate place between my main scrapbooking space where I do layouts and stuff and my Project Life space. And so I use this stuff here in both Project Life and scrapbooking. So this is the perfect spot for this. So I keep my washi tape. I now keep it in a cutlery tray. I was keeping it in the bottom drawer that goes here. I used to keep on top of this, but my washi tape was getting all mixed up without having dividers in it, so I just decided to go with this. It doesn't quite fit perfectly, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall or anything. And then I do have to move my tripod to get into these. So then this is where I keep, and I purposely don't have much in these because this is where I keep leftover Studio Calico dies from previous kits. And I try, you know, I'm trying to use these, so I don't want to have many of them. But when I kind of unkit, my kit is over there, when I kind of unkit that and rekit my new stuff that comes in at the beginning of the month, any die cuts and little stuff that might be good for Project Life will go into this bin, and then I'll try to use it up in the next couple of weeks. Sometimes I'm good at using it up and sometimes I'm not. And then here are just kind of bigger things that I need to use that for either scrapbooking or Project Life. Like all of my doilies are here, and this die cut camera that I made is here, and then some leftover Amy Tan die cuts from my camping mini album that I did, and that sort of stuff is all back here, and just some larger, you know, embossing technique projects that I was working on that I have scraps of. And then this I removed the drawer and replaced it with this because this is divided and the drawers are not. And this is where I keep little like extra punches and die cuts and just extra little things that when I'm making, I might make 4 or 5 and then I only use 2 or 3. So I put all the extras in here, and this is actually a little Pringles tin lid that holds all my little tiny pieces together. And then bigger things go here, and then these are like just more stuff. There's no real rhyme or reason to this, but it's just stuff that I definitely want to use soon. So these are some things that Allison sent me that I just don't want to forget, and I don't want it to get kind of lost in my stash. So put that kind of stuff here. And so I keep my Project Life out all week, and then I might, you know, pick it up, and like this, for example, is something that's in progress. I think it needs a little something else, probably something on the photo side of this. And so, you know, I haven't put it in its pocket yet, and I might, you know, if I have 5 minutes to come down, I might, you know, decorate this up a little bit more and then put it in its pocket. And then I have one more to go on this page, and then this page is done. And I usually keep the photos that I am using immediately right here. So these are the photos that will finish off this page and then go on to the next page. And I just keep them here. And then I also will keep, like these are, I was using some of the shoreline papers, so I have my shoreline collection out here, and some more just like little things that I want to stick into pockets and extra things for my Project Life. Some of these will make it into Project Life and some of them won't. So this is what it looks like when I'm actually working. This stuff is usually cleaned up, but I'm happening to film this video on a day when I'm actually working on Project Life. So that's why all of this stuff is out. And now I'm going to show you the last part of what I use from my main supplies. So right around here, and you're going to have to disregard the mess on my floor. I'm going to go up really quickly over it. So right here are all of my scrap drawers, and they are sorted by color. So that's where I get most of my backgrounds and pieces of paper that I need for Project Life. I usually take from my scraps. Sometimes, bear with me here guys, sometimes I'll use a collection like this, but more often than not, I'm just picking from my scrap drawers. I'm just going to show you a peek inside one of them. So I'll just go through and say, oh, that's a great color, and I'll pick that out and use that on my Project Life. And then the other thing that I use for Project Life is this thing right here. And I'm just gonna put you on pause for a second and show you what I do with it. Okay, so this black thing is just a bin or a container of some sort. It's on casters, and I store it, I just tuck it under one of my tables in my scrap room. And then when I'm doing Project Life, I pull it out and I actually use it as a wheelie table to hold my green thing. So just a second and I'll go get that and show you what it looks like. So this is my green thing. It's sitting on top of that wheelie thing, and it makes it very portable. I can pull it out of my way if I need to access those drawers for stamps or for sewing, but it's kind of right there where I want it to be. And these are all of my Project Life goodies. So in this one I keep paper clips, in this one I keep little blingy things, in this one I keep tiny things, lots of Embellishment and Elle Studio and that sort of thing. In here I have some Elle Studio stuff I haven't cut up yet, Pretty Little Studio, I don't know, some stuff from Kate, and just a bunch of kind of random cards and stuff that I might use for Project Life. These are chipboard pieces, mostly from Michelle, and some from Allison as well. And then these are mostly cat scrappiness embellishments for Project Life, and some of these canvas butterflies from a Studio Calico kit. So these are what I consider my goodies. Like, I love working with these products. I love them. They're really cute and pretty. And so that's kind of like the icing on your cupcake, right? So I usually grab from my scrap bin, make a base, put on my picture, figure out my journaling, which may or may not involve some of the core kit, and then I decorate with mostly this stuff and some of this stuff. And while I'm working on Project Life, what I usually do is I pull this out entirely, I pull this out halfway, and then I pull this out a little way. And that way I know kind of what I've got. I'm not very organized or orderly at all. I don't have a list of what I want to cover. I just basically print up a bunch of random stuff, and cut it all out and hang on to stuff through the week, gather it all up, and just do my best to put it in the pockets. I don't really care what happened on what day or what order things are in. Like I might have in my book, this might be Thursday and this might be Monday, and this, like, it's not in order for the most part, but it is relatively, like, this stuff is early August and this stuff is mid-August. And then that's how I've been doing it in the summer anyways. Throughout the spring and winter, I was a little bit more, you know, consistent with making this stuff be early in the week, and then mostly that stuff was weekend stuff. But now I'm just kind of mishmashing it up, because really, when I look back at this years from now, I'm not really going to care. Did that happen on a Thursday or a Tuesday? I'm just going to want to get a flavor of what my life was like, and that's what I think this will accomplish that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that this answered some of your questions about how I do my project life and so on.